Used to think I had to have my own way, could do everything on my own, living my life like a one-woman play, feeling confused and alone. I held on tight to the life that I knew, till it wasn't the life I remembered, finally admitting I hadn't a clue, opened my arms in surrender, and
we're really keeping it real.
Good evening. This is Shirley T. Burke, and I'm very happy to be here this evening. This is a surprise to me, too. I got a call Monday, and it was asked could I do 4 shows starting tonight, and here I am. I'm grateful for that call and grateful to be in front of you tonight. I run a business called Esteem Institute. I work with professional women that's been in pain, guilt, and shame about whether it's death, whether it's relationship. I teach them how to feel better in their business suit as well as their birthday suit. It's about confidence, it's about self-esteem and self-love. It's about knowing you matter right this very second. That's what my business is all about. And I'm just happy to be able to share that with you. I usually start off with a quote, and I like to start off tonight with this one. Don't be in the back seat of your life. It's your car. It's time for you to own that front seat. What do you think about that? Get out of that back seat of your life. Own that front seat, ladies and gents. This is what life is all about. Knowing that you matter, knowing that just showing up means you matter. Now, I have some wonderful guests tonight, some young people that have let me come into their lives and let me talk the way I want to talk, make them laugh, they make me laugh, and so here they are. Our first guest, I always like our guests to introduce themselves. I can call her first name, but her last name, I'm going to have to get her to teach me how to do it phonetically. But this beautiful woman, her name is Shanna. Shanna, tell them your last name.
Hi, my name is Shanna. Last name is Kabatznick.
Kabatznick. Oh, how beautiful. It flows, it flows. Shanna, tell the audience about yourself. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself.
I was born in Quito, Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Ecuador, right in the middle of the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You don't have to say how long ago.
Don't make me.
You know I know better.
You
know I know better. You're the baby.
But that you look good.
Yeah, you do, girl. Beautiful. You look fabulous.
Fabulous, of course. My favorite word.
I know that's right. Tell us a little bit more.
My dad was American. He came to Ecuador with the NASA station, met my mom,
Ooh.
Beautiful Catholic lady.
Yeah.
And they fell in love and had me.
Yeah, awesome. Are you an only child?
No, I have a brother.
A brother. Mm-hmm. Awesome. But are you the oldest?
Yes.
All right now. Ecuador is a good little ways from here. Do you ever go back to visit?
Yes, actually, I'm looking at going in May because we're having a high school reunion.
High school reunion. Mm-hmm. So you graduated from high school in Ecuador?
Yes.
All right. I remember something about how you got here for college. I'd like to share that with
our
audience.
You want to know that story?
You don't have to go there now. You can tell us a little bit about you growing up and some of your experiences and stuff, because I haven't heard that.
Very different, culture-wise.
Tell us a little bit about that.
I grew up, it wasn't like middle class. It was very divided, I guess. I went to a Catholic private school, had good friends, lived in a nice house, got totally spoiled.
Ooh, I like spoiled.
Yeah, I didn't understand how spoiled I was. Yes.
I think that's a learning. That's a real nice compliment.
Yeah, until the first time I came to college and had to do my own laundry.
Ooh.
That was not good.
You didn't bleach your color clothes, did you?
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things I did. That's what I asked you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
My whites were pinks. Yeah, that was not good.
That is something. Where did you go to school?
Mississippi State.
Ooh, you in Mississippi?
In Mississippi.
No, you were not, girl.
I was. From the Andes, the beautiful mountains, just to Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Flat.
Yes, totally.
Totally.
Yeah, the Natchez Trace. My husband has people down there, so I've been down there 2 or 3 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
so
definitely flat.
now Mississippi State, not Ole Miss.
Oh, not
yes, no.
How did you get there?
My wonderful father
Okay.
didn't quite let me know that I was going to college. We came to the States on vacation to see my grandparents, and then he informed me nicely that he was putting me in a plane and I was going to Mississippi State.
Really?
I remember asking him to show me in the map where was Starkville, and this was 1990.
Wow.
And he was looking. Starkville didn't even have a dot.
Didn't have a
No dot on the map. Jackson, Mississippi was the closest.
Wow.
So he showed it to me. He goes, "It's somewhere around there. Don't worry, you'll be fine."
Now,
And that
were
was
you over
it.
here by yourself at that time? Yeah, I know you said you came to see your grandparents.
Yeah.
But so you were here with your grandparents?
Yeah, I came to see them. They lived in Connecticut.
Right, okay.
And it was my mom, my dad, my brother, and I. They shipped me off to Mississippi, and then they went and toured the United States and had a good. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. I got homesick just leaving Goochland, coming to Richmond to visit my aunt. I can't imagine how you felt, girl.
It was a shock.
That's an understatement.
Yeah.
That's an understatement. So things like that builds character.
Now you tell me.
It's a part of who you are.
It is.
Your experiences and stuff like that and what you've gone through. Some people can't, I went to the dental school at MCV, and one of the young ladies that worked on me was from 7 continents away. And she's 17.
Oh,
We
wow.
can't trust our children, kids to go around to the corner drugstore, and this girl's continents away.
Yeah.
So you had a real unique experience growing up.
It was very unique because I lived in a very sheltered type. It was my little bubble.
Okay.
My social group was the same. We went to the same school, knew the same, and then I knew nobody. I knew a professor that my father had met and his family, and that's who helped me get set up in Mississippi for the first week.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is something. That is a challenge.
I know. You know what? I think back, and I'm like, how in the world did I do that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It is a real educational experience. To me, it sounds traumatic.
It was. I think it was.
Yeah, that's the word that comes to mind.
Yeah, and my dad picked my major for me, so it was electrical engineering.
Wow, you and Mary. What is Mary Foley's major?
That's it. Mary Foley is engineering.
Yes.
She finished it. I did not. So we came to agreement on MIS, which was Management Information Systems.
Right on top.
Yeah,
so you know
halfway.
about computers and stuff?
Yes, I used to know more than now because
it changes every minute, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, let's see. I want to hurry up and get to that word that you love so.
Fab. That is my
word.
Fab, and capital FAB. Let's make it fabulous.
He was putting things on the computer before we started to show where you were from. I said, make it all caps now. Make it all caps.
Because everybody knows. It's so cool when people start writing to you emails and things, and they're putting the letters in caps. I'm like, oh, look at that.
Yeah, paying attention. How did you get to Fab? Just give us a little journey to Fab.
Journey. Mary Foley tells me that I was redirected. So my background is in finance. So I was a financial advisor, and I felt like there was something else for me. I just didn't know quite what. I took care of women and speaking to them about money, empower, educate, and encourage women. Yeah. So I've always believed in that.
Yeah, and
so,
you do that daily now.
And I do it daily now.
So will you let any of the women know if they were interested in that part of your life, or you'll let them know how they can get it with you later?
Sure.
Okay. I just want to know if it's okay.
Of course.
Okay, great.
Yeah, bring it on. Absolutely.
Great.
Yes.
That's great.
So anyway, I was asked to speak at the Meadowbrook Country Club, and it was kind of funny because Aaron and I were going to speak, but then Diana approached to us and said, "So how are we getting the audience?" And I mean, as a speaker, normally the audience is there already, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, no. And then she says, "And what are we going to call this series?" And I'm like, "What?" So Aaron and I are looking at each other, but really it was meant to be. So Aaron, I, and Diana sat.
What's Aaron's last name?
Oh, Podbielniak.
You know I'm not going to try that.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's
Can you
why-
imagine Aaron Podbielniak and Shanna Kabatznick?
I'm going to tell you.
So we said Aaron P. and Shanna K.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can do that, right?
We can do that. And
So-
this is one of your. This is
And she's one of my Fab Five.
Five,
Yes.
yes, okay.
She keeps me very organized. We
Okay.
talk all about systems.
Yeah.
And so we created Fab Friday.
Yes. That's what I first heard.
Yes, Fab Friday. And it was about 10, 12 people. We called it Organizing Your Finances and Your Spaces from the ground up.
Yes.
So
That's
we
great.
mingled what we did. And after the event, there was a couple ladies that came up and asked us when the next event was going to be.
Is that how it
Yeah,
started?
that's how it started.
Awesome.
And Erin said, "Oh yeah, we're going to be doing this on the second Friday of the month." And I'm looking at her, I'm looking at Diana, I'm like, "What are they talking about?"
Which Diana are you talking about?
And Diana from Meadowbrook.
Okay,
She's the
okay.
programs
Okay.
director.
Oh, okay, okay. So she asked you to do the program?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Originally, as a member from Meadowbrook, we were bringing in members to
Yeah.
listen in,
Yeah.
and then it just kind of took its life.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. That's and one of the things that I'm hoping people will be learning business while we're discussing this. But one of the things I wanted to share, you kept sending me notices.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, you kept and what I wanted to say, I didn't come because the timing wasn't right. I always was doing something, but then it happened. I did come. So
Yes.
I want to encourage people. If people don't unsubscribe, keep sending it.
That's
Because
right.
You don't know
You
why.
never know
You don't
why.
know why they're not coming.
Yes.
You don't know why. So
And I got to tell you, I was so excited the first time you said you were coming.
Baker's Crest, I'll never forget it.
Yeah. I was like, "Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? How am I going to impress her?"
Oh, girl, you the one that impressed. Yes, indeed.
And you were hooked, weren't you?
Yes.
That was all it took.
That was, and what it took was Shanna, and that's what I tell people. The brand is you. Fab Women, the brand is you, and how your personality and how you greet us, speak to everybody that comes in. They see you and you touch them, and
Thank
that
you.
that is so not normal. And everybody needs to be touched.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to know that they matter, and that's what you tell us when we come there. The way you are, that's what it tells us.
But I remember what you told me, which was the ladies that are coming in the community that we're building are becoming the brand.
Yeah.
Because they keep on inviting people
Right.
because they believe in the brand, they believe in the community,
They believe in
and
it.
we're growing that way. And on that note, Shirley, there is no way I could have done this by myself.
Of course.
It was amazing how God just put the right people at the right time. And I'm telling you, the Fab Five ladies, I've got the best.
Good for you.
The best of the world
Go
all
ahead.
together. They keep me straight, but
They
we
keep
have
you
a
straight.
great time.
That's great. I think that's important. That's critical.
Yes,
The people you surround
yes.
yourself with.
We talked about business, and that's something I think a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we tend to be our own island
Yeah.
and try to do everything by yourself.
Oh Lord, that's
Yeah.
You can't do everything.
No,
you can't do everything.
no.
And and for some reason, it takes us a long time to learn that. For a lot of people.
For a lot of it. So, and I promote that. I promote use your experts.
Yeah.
Reach out, because the investment that you're doing with them comes back double and
Yeah,
triple, because
yeah.
you're not spending the time trying to figure it out.
That's so important. That's so important. You have a quote that I love.
We are not about women in business. We're about the business of women.
That is so divine. Listen, I love that. It's just I'd never heard it before, but I like that.
Yeah,
I
it just
like
kind
that.
of
Yeah.
felt right, because, and I think maybe that's why we're growing and building a community, because we're about taking care of a woman as a whole. As you can see, we change our topics. We can push the envelope a little bit. Why not?
Yeah,
People need to hear, women need to hear what's happening.
Right. And one of the things, I think people know that I don't ask questions and stuff, and that freaks a lot of people out.
It did. It freaked
But
me out.
You did good with that freaking. You did real good.
I did good, yay.
You did good. But that's the way I operate. But I do want you to let them know your next section.
Event.
Yeah, your next event.
Yes.
And what it's about, and time and location.
It's amazing. And talk about pushing the envelope, right?
Yeah,
But I believe in this. I am privileged to have Ann Moss Rogers coming to speak, and Nikita, who's Nikita Roble Stevens, who's part of the Fab Five. And Ann is going to share her story of finding joy and hope after her son's suicide.
I'm telling you, this is just so much of that. Someone asked me to do a show. I did, I think, the 27th of February, because there's so many deaths with children.
Yes, and
people
talks about it. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, and this is one of the things that I've learned. People, like in families, oh, Mama, that's over with and stuff like. It is not over with. So people need an avenue to open up and discuss this. I've worked with somebody in Franklin, because I do some programs down there for the company I work for out of New York, and that woman has started a grief group.
Good for her. Good for her. And Ann is on the board of the Beacon Tree and very active. What I admire about her is what she said is, the end of his life did not determine the end of hers, but the beginning of a new journey. Now, that's not to say that she misses her and hurts.
Still cries. Something remind you unexpectedly.
I'm sure.
There's always something.
What a strong woman to stand up. And Fab is actually the first place that she's going to be doing this.
Oh, really? You've got a lot of firsts for people.
I know. As a open community, and she gave me the best compliment. She said, Fab feels safe.
Yeah.
And I think this. A lot of people feel like they can be authentic.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real. That's right. Be authentic.
Yeah, I just so believe that, and it is a safe place. They say that, but I have to say it is meant for them to share it for somebody else to heal.
Yes, and that at the beginning, I must say, I was a little bit scared, maybe not scared, but I was thinking, okay, who's going to come? Am I pushing this?
You'd be surprised.
But I know that we're going to change people's lives. I know there's a chance we can save someone's life.
Yeah.
So why not?
Because she'll deal with those things, what to look for. I think
yes, absolutely. Resources, hot topics, things to look for. So, and then we have Nikita coming in right after and sharing this very powerful story. And Nikita's going to give us the tools on how to write our own story.
Oh, that's going to be phenomenal, y'all. Tell them how, and
how.
Yeah, you on Facebook, you all advertise it. I share it on my page and stuff like that. But tell them where it's going to be, what time, and like you said, the second Friday.
Second Friday, so it's May 13th.
Okay.
And Leona Martin does a great job posting us out there. That's another one of my fab. But it's going to be at Meadowbrook Country Club from 9 to 11. FABWOMEN.me. You will have all the information. And people ask me, .me? And I'm like, I actually did that on purpose.
Yeah,
because I want people to type it and think I am Fab.
Yeah.
So Fab with www.fabwomen.me. And it's also on Facebook. Yeah. But May 13th, 9 to 12, Meadowbrook Country Club.
Very good, very good. The topic is taboo, but it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's real, right?
It's real.
Keeping it real, right?
Keeping it real, yeah. And that's it's just like the last session I came to. the young lady shared for the first time. She said,
I know.
and she would be amazed at the number of people in the room that had the same issue she had.
I know. And that was the first time she shared that.
I'm talking about.
Yes.
It's a lot, and it's meant to be. It's meant to be.
I believe it.
Not a minute before.
The right timing, right? The right
not a
timing.
minute
I
before.
believe it. I
Yeah,
believe it.
not
And
a
it's
minute before.
exciting
Yeah.
to build this community of amazing ladies.
You know what? You shared something that I want our audience to hear, because that Fab Women that's showing that. Tell us a little bit about that Fab Women.
I am
logo.
so proud of that logo. And that's another one of my Fab Five. Boy, talk about bragging about them. Diane Joyner with Impact Rich Life.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah,
Diane
yeah.
very well.
Yeah.
But actually, the logo, my daughter drew the original art
That is awesome.
at 13.
Involving your family.
Yes.
Teenagers knowing that
And
they matter.
I actually challenged her, because when I spent hours and hours and hours looking through logos and trying to figure this thing out, I came up with a world, and instead of the continents, the shape of a woman, and then I put Fab Women. And I thought that was it. I was like so proud of myself.
We understand.
And
Then
then
the 13-year-old came.
oh my goodness. So the 13-year-old came in, and I'm like, look what I did.
Yes.
And she looked at me, she goes, really, Mom? That's what Fab Women is to you? So I went, okay, you tell me then what's Fab Women. And I'm telling you, within 5 minutes,
5 minutes.
she
That's
drew
amazing.
it. And it's
amazing.
really interesting, because the meaning behind it. She drew a silhouette, and in the original art, if you go to my website, you'll be able to see it under about the logo. The silhouette is not colored in,
Yeah.
and she did that on purpose, because she said any woman,
Anyone. And I
any
love
color
it. Yes.
can
That's
be
awesome. That's
a
awesome.
Fab Woman. And then she drew the purse, the Learn, Laugh, Connect
Yeah,
purse, of
yeah,
course.
yeah.
And another thing that she did that was so cool is she put her moving. Right?
yes,
She made her
move,
walk,
yeah.
because she said she was on purpose.
On
She was
purpose.
going somewhere. And then she tilted her face a little bit up, because she was proud.
Awesome.
She was fabulous.
She had a meaning for everything.
I'm telling you. And then the star, because she had to shine.
Yes.
And
yeah.
then finally, the only thing she colored in was the boots.
Hey, what color?
Red, of course. Because every
We
Fab
love
woman needs to have
we
red
love
boots.
Red.
Yes,
we love red.
yes.
We love red. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Tell them how they can get in touch with you. You're gonna be here all the evening, but we have some other guests. Tell them how they can get in touch with you.
Well, they can reach out to me via the website.
Yeah, okay.
And under Contact Us, you can send us an email that way, or you can reach out to me on my email, Shanna@FABWOMEN.me.
That sounds wonderful.
So that is the
They
way
might
to.
have questions and comments, and we are taking calls after 8, a little bit after 8. And we are going to take a little break. Hey, what else you want to say? What's burning that you might want to share with the audience?
I want to share that the reason I started this was to empower women and help them feel like you do, the best that they are.
Yeah.
And I believe that. I believe that every woman, every single woman, and I have that video on my website, has something fabulous to share.
Yes.
But I think sometimes life happens.
Yes, it does.
And it shadows us, and it just comes over us, and we forget to shine.
Forget.
And I'm giving them a place where they can shine and soar. And I tell my Fab Five, I said, we're going to use Fab, which is where connections are created,
Yeah.
as the springboard.
Fab
Fab is the springboard, and then let people jump on that springboard and
move out.
move.
Move out.
Yes, because they're taking Fab with them, right?
You know, that's right. That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Thank you.
And it is, I found that to be true, and how you're treated there. I think they will enjoy. If you come one time, you're coming again.
They're going to be Fab fans, like
Yeah,
Diane says,
yeah,
Fab fans.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
awesome. Very good, very good. Thank you so much for coming tonight, I know you came from work directly.
I did.
Yeah, and we learned by you asking that in Chesterfield, people can look at channel 27 and also FIO 17.
FIO 17.
This is the first night I've heard that, and it's because Shauna's here and asked the question. Her son couldn't find her on 36.
I know,
I
I know.
didn't even know that we could do Chesterfield, because that had not been told to us before.
So we found something new.
Yeah,
Yes.
because of you.
Yeah, we rock.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate you being here, and you
Thank
will be
you.
here later to take calls. But we're gonna take a break. We got a couple of other guests that we want to bring on, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Okay.
I used to think I had to have my own way, could do everything on my own, living my life like a one-woman play, feeling confused and alone. I held on tight to the life that I knew, till it wasn't the life I remembered, finally admitting I hadn't a clue, opened my arms in surrender, and I made room for grace. I just stepped aside, opened up a space. Now the blessings arrive every day, since I made room for grace. I want to live without making demands, asking for help when I need it, being happy just doing the best that I can. When I stumble, I won't be defeated, since I made room for grace. I just stepped aside, opened up a space. Now the blessings arrive every day, since I made room for grace. I made room for grace. Opened up space. If I had insisted on all that I wanted, I see I'd have sold myself short. But when I stopped resisting, I got what I needed, and so much more, since I made room for grace. I just stepped aside, opened up a space. Now the blessings arrive, since I made room for grace. Just stepped aside, opened up a space. Now the blessings arrive every day, since I made room for.
Thanks for hanging in there. We're back. And I have two young people I'd like to introduce to you tonight. I'll let them introduce themselves, but they were with me last Wednesday evening on our radio show called Healthy Mind, Healthy Body, and Healthy Spirit on WCLM Radio. So tonight I wanted them to share their information because I believe in their mission. I believe in their project. I believe in their work. So this is why they're here. Young folks, would y'all introduce yourselves?
Oh, okay. My name is Dr. Junior Harris III. I'm with the Education Movement, CEO and founder, and a variety of degrees I have. I traveled many places here and there, but our Education Movement we came here to talk about today is more about just transcending education and educating the people, basically, more in a nutshell.
About health.
About more about health than anything else and
Yes,
all that.
yes.
Myself and Nicole here too. But let Nicole introduce herself first.
My name is Nicole. I'm currently a registered nurse and I'm in school. I'll be done October of this year for my nurse practitioner. So like he was saying about the education movement, we are here to make patients an advocate for themselves. A lot of times patients come to the doctor and they give all the control to the doctor or to the nurse practitioner or to the nurses. So the education movement is here to empower the people to take control of their lives.
And one of the things I like to say about this nurse practitioner, maybe I'll let her say it herself. You're a statistic. So explain the statistics that I know about.
Absolutely.
Well, actually, I didn't know about it. Junior actually told me about it. He said, Nicole, do you know that you are the youngest, is it just youngest black or just youngest?
Youngest African American, male or female.
African American nurse practitioner. And I had no idea. For me, this was just my calling. This is just the path that I decided to go on. So to know that the impact that I could possibly make, not only with what I'm doing in practice, but also just my influence of being myself and being so young and following my dream. So he brought that to me. I had no idea.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome. Because one of the reasons that I do shows, radio and TV, when I can, is to let young people see and know that there are people out here working, living their dreams. Everybody's not selling dope. Everybody's not stealing, killing people.
Absolutely.
I have to keep it real. You understand?
Exactly.
This is just so critical. But
Absolutely.
I think I'm proud to be able to have you here to say, here they are. Here they are. With the Shanna. Shanna's a young woman that's doing good work, helping people. It's the same thing with you all. So you all have missions going on. I call them missions. And the doc was teaching kickboxing in elementary as part of the process, and he promised me that he wasn't going to talk about my bacon. Going to talk about my bacon tonight.
You're right. Actually, you're right about the bacon.
Because you can tell about the man that ate the whole pack.
Oh yeah. You know, everybody, you have to find where people are at. You have to go where people are at. You know, and some people don't believe that bacon is that bad from a whole pack of bacon. I never joking about it. Yeah, but a whole pack. This person told me that they ate, and I had to tell them gently that maybe not the whole packet all the time. Everything in sparing moments, sparingly time. You want to do stuff. In portion size, you want to do stuff and all that. But going back to kickboxing, you're absolutely right. We did do kickboxing. We had it was pretty neat and all. We did it actually at a new fitness U. We went there and did kickboxing there, and the whole slogan was actually "Kicking It with the Doctor." It was called.
I love that. Kicking it with the doctor. That is the bomb. I love it. I love it, Doc.
It was pretty cool. And we had a good time there.
But it fits right into your mission.
Absolutely.
It fits right into that health mission and re-educating some people and educating others.
And the whole thing there, we wanted to get people to see us actually doing
what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Yes, I understand.
So
I do understand.
It really worked out pretty well and all that. And we charged a little fee for it and all that to come to our class and all that. But they got to see us, ask questions, and just to kind of mingle with everybody else and all that. So it was a great time. Great mission we had there. That event there.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
Something is going. You all have something coming up. That's one of the things. You shared with us last week on the radio.
Exactly. Actually, this past Friday, we did what's called a health screening. We did, and the health screenings that we did was basically it's a free health screening that I actually personally did myself this time. And what we do is we don't do anything about blood here because actually we're working with let me back up here. We had a campaign in February.
Okay.
And it was called Healthy Heart, Healthy Hair. And basically, exactly. Kind of catchy. We're kind of working on catchy sayings.
So we show up and see what it's all about.
Exactly. So basically, what we did there, we did girth measures on them. We did girth measures around the waist here, trunk wise. We did here, and also too, we did talk about blood pressure. We actually did a blood pressure on them, of course, and talk about cholesterol, diabetes, hypertension, just what they thought about themselves, if they're feel they're physically fit or unfit, and just kind of make them aware. Because all about being aware, all the stuff we're trying to bring to people. That's it.
Awareness is critical. You can't change anything if you're unaware of it, huh?
Absolutely,
yes.
absolutely.
Shift it, as we say.
Yes.
That shift. People don't like to change. We begin to use the word shift. But the small shift brings about large changes, though.
Absolutely correct about that.
Totally, yes.
You're absolutely correct about that and all.
Yeah.
But we had a great time doing that and all. And we did that this past Friday, and we have another one coming up here May 6th. We have another one coming up here.
That's Friday.
Next Friday. Next Friday, we're going to have another one going on.
Is it at the same location?
Same location and all that. Same location. That was 1606 Owens Lane. We're going to have that there again.
Owen B. Lane.
Owen B. Lane. Owen B. Lane.
OWNBY.
Yes, I always keep saying that wrong every time. But definitely come out there and see us, guys. And again, that's 1606 Owens B. Lane, that is there. Myself, I'll personally be there. We're doing health screens. And also, too, I actually had a surprise. We're going to actually do a giveaway, too, we're going to give there. So definitely come out and we'll have a free giveaway. And, of course, it's going to be you'll see. Just come out there. Yes, I don't want to give it away.
Yeah. How was last Friday? Did you have some clients come?
Yeah, we had a decent turnout for last Friday night. We had maybe about 10 people. I actually I did a talk in front of everybody.
Okay.
We had maybe about 15 people at one time was there, because people will be going in and out of this facility here. But I had 15 people I gave a talk in front of, and talking about hypertension, diabetes, and actually got a great talk we got there. Dialogue going on between people.
The dialogue, I think, is critical.
Exactly. Some people started to open up about cholesterol. Some people started to open up about diabetes. So it was great stuff, dialogue we had there. And then some people, of course, came back with me, and we did blood pressure and girth measurements, and actually talked about family history. And family history is crucial for my family history.
Yeah. Do many people know their family history? What are you finding there?
A lot of times I find that people don't talk about it. Even in nursing, where I'm asking now, I ask people, okay, what did your mother have? What did your father have? What did your grandfather have? And when I had to internalize it and ask myself, I realized I didn't know.
I know exactly what you're saying.
We don't talk about when we're sick. A lot of times, your grandfather dies all of a sudden, and then you look back, he may have had hypertension, he may have had high cholesterol. So it's something that's not talked about, so people don't know. And they don't know the impact that it has on their life, especially when they're young.
So many children, you don't know whether the blood, all of this stuff. It's just, I've had some experience with that, not knowing. People ask you simple questions, and you can't even answer it because we don't talk about it. It's not written down anywhere. I've been carrying a list of my medications with me lately, so I can. I have it. I don't have to think. I get sick of taking the medicine, but I got a list. I can pull it out right away. You can copy this and give it back to me.
Exactly.
Just to be aware of what you need to do to tend to yourself.
Absolutely.
Because that's what it is.
That's what it is. Absolutely. And actually saying that about the list and all that, actually we're putting together a class, and the class we're putting together actually is telling people what the questions they should ask when they go to the doctor. What they should be prepared for. Like, bring your list here. You have signs and symptoms going on. Write the signs and symptoms down you have. Write them down on a pad of paper. Bring somebody with you that can actually vouch for you and say, doc, this is going on here. Your own personal primary doctor there or nurse practitioner. You can tell this is going on with them. Or you might forget something that you forgot, and the person can chime in, or make sure also too that you're being accountable for what's going on, because some people don't like to tell the doctors. I know us guys, I can raise my hand on that. Don't like talk, telling our dog what's going on with us and everything. And stuff. But
then sometimes people don't even know what to tell them.
True.
Something having numbness and tingling, and they've been having it for a year and didn't realize that was something really important. So hopefully with this class we'll be able to educate people, not so that they know everything, but they know the beginning steps, so they can go to the doctor and not have to be afraid and not feel like that everything is going over their head. So.
Right. And see, I think you mentioned something, taking somebody with you, because I took my husband with me, and he asked questions, and I looked at it. was a surprise. I hadn't even thought about what he asked, but I was so happy he was there to ask that question. So it does matter that somebody goes with you sometime. You can go back, and most people think they can't go back there. In the room with somebody, but you can.
Absolutely. And the whole thing of this whole course, hopefully they'll empower people, actually teach some fact of. I know, some history that says that, the doc knows superior and they know and all that. But of course, everybody knows we have Google out there. Of course, we have WebMD out there. I'm not saying these sources are good sources to go by. Of course, always go to your primary care, physician or nurse practitioner first, of course. But a lot of people have a lot of questions, and you definitely want to ask these questions here, because if you do not know, you will perish. People will perish.
Yes,
you will perish and all that. We're all history.
Repeat that, Doc. Repeat that.
We will perish if you do not. If you don't use. If you have a lack of knowledge, you will perish. And that's what the education movement is truly all about. About educating and inspiring people with my story of going through my classes and all that. Some people look at me and you're well spoken, and you come from the suburbs and all this, but I had my challenges too by going through medical school and going to get my master's degree and stuff like that that people don't know about. I had my troubles in anatomy physiology in high school, but now I love anatomy physiology now. So it's actually just I guess my whole testimony is actually applying yourself, that we all have it in us, but just being aware and then applying ourselves now.
It really does matter. How do they how do my audience get in touch with you if they want to find out more information?
Yeah,
you know?
definitely. I'm glad you asked that question, and that's why we're here for it. We want to make sure you guys know about us.
Yes.
The best way to do it is actually you can reach me personally. You can reach on the Education Movement LLC Facebook page. You reach me on my personal page too, Junior Harris III. That is. And again, the first one is the Education Facebook page, The Education Movement LLC. Or you can go right to our homepage, that is, The Education Movement LLC, and you'll see it there, or The Education Movement, I should say.
Or the D is
there. D is cute.
Yeah,
It's
and today I just added health because that's what I felt. The movement is all about improving people's health and informing people and educating people about their health.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not eating a whole package of bacon.
Not in one setting. Not in one
setting.
Switch the turkey.
But it swivels up, so that's probably how you want it. You got the right kind, you won't swivel.
Gotta be careful.
Yes. What else would you want the audience to know about your program, what you all are doing? Something is burning that you want to share, repeat, or whatever about your program?
Yeah. Anything you want to share?
I can talk about the health coaching. So we do the health screenings as just a platform to start the conversation. So we will start with your blood pressure, start with your girth measurements, start talking about your cholesterol. But we also do health coaching, which basically is we take the information that we got there and we just take it a little further. We're not taking the place of your doctor or your nurse practitioner, but we're there to be like your cheerleader, your support system, to help us both devise a plan together and then make sure you get to your goal. So health coaching is something that I'm very passionate about, and our Junior is very passionate about it. And I think it's something that people don't have a lot of support in a lot of areas. So we're expecting, there's so many times where I say to a patient, eat better, but I don't tell them how to eat better.
Yeah, so that support, that's where that support comes in.
Exactly.
How do I do this?
So you want to be that in-between stage to kind of help people go from where they are to get healthier, and letting people know that it's steps to it. It's not going to happen overnight.
Right.
So.
Exactly. And with our health coaching, we will be doing, we have certain packages set up that we're going to be having here. And the package deal we have on there will be, email calls, emails you'll get from us, as well as nutrition breakdown we'll get, looking at that. Also workout programs, as well as a conference call, and also looking at our different, having a virtual call also as well here with you.
Like FaceTime and stuff like that.
Exactly.
FaceTime, different things. Yes.
And this is all a health coaching platform that we'll have there going on. And then from there, we're going to get into more educational products we'll have coming in the future here. We'll be having up. And of course, our whole game plan here is, circulated around about motivating, of course, people, and also talking about health and fitness and wellness.
Yes.
So with all that to it and all, we have a few things up there. We want to work with the kids too and all. Because we get the kids involved, of course, then the parents are going to be there too, of course, like that. It's a whole family thing here. Now with the health coaches, not just for the parents, of course, not just for the mom or dad. We want to get the whole compass of the kids
the whole
too
family,
as well.
I think that's critical, the whole household.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of times you have like a mom who changes and then dad doesn't come, so it's kind of hard to stick with the change if everyone's not on the same page. So we do groups as well. So we just want to make it easy for you. So either we can come to you, we can meet somewhere in the middle, or we can do it virtual. So we're really flexible. We want to be able to help people where they are.
Yeah, that's critical, and I want to emphasize that coaching part. Most people are not accustomed to having somebody in their business.
Yeah.
But in this society, what you don't know, that people got coaches for everything. They got 5 or 6 coaches. They know what they don't know.
Absolutely. You're right.
They know where they need help. So starting with a health coach is real smart.
Absolutely.
Because if you're healthy, you can do other things.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It really matters. Tell them again about the 6, and then we're going to have Shanna come back and see if we can get some calls coming in here. If people have calls and stuff. Tell them about something on the 6th.
On the 6th, we have a free health screening going on again. We have on the 6th here. And with the free health screening, of course, we're having a giveaway we'll have going on. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you can come in and come see for yourself and all. We're doing blood pressure, and also, too, we won't be doing any kind of blood lab work, of course, none and all of that there at this location here. But we're going to be doing blood pressure course and doing girth measurements. So come out and check us out here. The Education Movement, we're going to be at 1606 Owens B. Lane. We're going to be at here. That's in Richmond, Virginia. So
what is that near?
Was that near?
It's close to the Diamond.
That's not
too
far at all, y'all. That's not far at all.
Yeah, the time. Oh, yeah, that's very cute. Thank you, thank you.
Yes.
I don't want you to think I'm going to be there all day long. But if you need me, I could possibly make that work possibly. But, you know.
The time is what now?
Yeah, the time will be between 6:30 in the morning. We'll be there bright and early in the morning. We'll be there. Yes, I will be there bright and early, 6:30 all the way to probably about 9:30 is on the books, 9:30. But last time I stayed at 12 o'clock last time.
Wow,
We just
so
had
that's
that
much
much
interest.
exactly that much interaction
I think that's
going
great.
on.
That is
Absolutely.
so great to hear.
Absolutely.
I believe in your mission.
Thank you.
That's why from 9:30 to 12, and being able to do that and take care of the people,
Absolutely.
that's wonderful.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
And hopefully more will get out about you. Go ahead.
I pray everybody will. And the thing about it, we're doing this, and I'm using my time. The time is money, as they say, right? It's precious, of course. We can't get it back. And I just believe that everybody, it needs to be healthy. I mean, it's crucial. And I think someone said health is wealth. Someone says,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
if I'm not healthy, then I really don't care what kind of socks I have on. If I have mismatched socks on, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
Nothing really matters if I'm not healthy and all that. And as we get older and all, I think you might have heard the saying before. I said, you know, they always have a saying. They said, once adult, twice a child. And of course, with that said there and all, as we know, is we're you know, babies, of course, and then we have adult phase here that we're in right now, of course. And then what happens? Organs and everything was developing, and we had a certain type of food. Supposed to eat baby food we ate at the beginning, of course. Here, and we eat regular food here, you know, and now we're going back to getting a little older now, so we have to change our food again. You know, I'm not saying baby food, of course, here, but we have to tailor a little more fiber in there, a little more water in there, making sure we get our vitamins in there, getting this vitamin C from the sun here. These are crucial things we have to do about that, and I just want to get the word out about it. It means so much. I mean, it means so much.
Our lives depend on it.
Absolutely. Yes. Oh wow, I like that.
Our lives depend on it.
You're absolutely right.
Thank you all for coming tonight.
Thank
you
you.
all had your last Wednesday and you did
Yes.
not, but I thought it was important enough I wanted my audience to hear
I appreciate
about this, and I hope that you pass it on. I think that's what's important.
Yeah.
What has been discussed tonight with Shanna, with you all, I wanted people to pass it on to other people to participate themselves, but also pass the information on.
Excellent.
Because I know if they don't need it, they might know somebody that do.
Exactly.
That's critical. That's what you all are doing is critical.
Thank you.
It's critical.
Thank you.
All right. We're ready to have calls come in. If anybody wants to call, we have our guests will be here, and they'll take questions. We got a little while still to be on the air, and Shauna can come on back in. We want to let you know that we will be here for the next 3 weeks. Again, we found out about this Monday, so that's why I appreciate my guests tonight so much, because they said yes. Sean and I normally we are on a call tonight, but we decided that we're gonna work on our business in this manner, tonight. So we miss being with the girls. We might pull. I don't know whether we can pull around a little bit more. Can we? Can we move any?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Family.
Yeah. But what if anybody wants to call in for ask the doc questions, they can call. You can ask Shauna questions. Anything you want to. We just want this part of the program to be where you can participate and call in. I'd like to know if anybody in Chesterfield is looking at 27 and 5017. I just really would like to know. I am just shocked. I just never thought, we'd have never put that out there, because this is the first time we've heard that.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. Oh, I love that.
Now I know I can see.
Yes. Totally. Shauna, tell us again about your program coming next on the 13th. Yours is Junior's is on the 6th, and yours is the next Friday on the 13th.
Mine is on the 13th. Yeah. So mine is the 13th, 9 to 11. Okay. But we stay till about 12. See what happens.
It works like that.
I'm funny, right?
And the topic this year,
the topic is choosing joy above all.
Wow.
Choosing joy above all, with Ann Moss Rogers and Nikita Raoul Stevens, and it's going to be powerful. We're going to change people's lives.
Always. Yes. It's about grief and death.
And hope. And joy.
Yes.
And taking it and moving forward.
Yeah, a lot of people are still there.
Yeah.
They're still there. They haven't had any help to move forward.
Well, I'm hoping that we can help.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? You can give your website again, and I'm going to let Junior and
My
Nicole.
website is www.FABWOMEN.me. And we have all kinds of fun stuff in there.
Hold that mic up so make sure they hear.
We have members. We have members directory, and you can find all about our fabulous community and how you can become a member as well.
Awesome. Awesome.
And Shirley's one of our members, by the way.
All right. Before you take it, let's see who this is. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Who's on the line?
Yes.
Who's on the line?
Tamiko.
Hey, Tamiko.
How y'all doing?
Okay.
I want to learn how to start eating good. I'll talk to the doctor and the nurse practitioner. What's the first steps? I mean, just give me an overall quick step.
Yeah.
Okay, that was your question? Okay. I would have to, probably a little more time than the time I'm going to, we're allowed to hear on TV for. But the first step actually is changing that we want to change. First of all, I would say the first step there. That'd be the first thing there, of course. The second thing, of course, I would say is I probably want to know what you're eating right now, actually. That's what I would like to know, like a 3-day diary of your food.
Not a whole pack of bacon.
I love bacon.
You know that's right. I know that is right.
She says she loves bacon?
Of course she does. Of course she does.
Universal.
Yes, it is universal.
Okay, I don't know about this. Okay.
Chocolate covered bacon.
Oh man.
But do you have that question often in terms of, but like you say, starting where she is, what are you eating now?
Oh, yeah,
I think it's smart not to say do this and so, because you know where she is. That is smart.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be the first thing there, of course. And intake of water. I know myself. I know I'm always struggling to try to get enough water in a day. It's a challenge, of course. Increasing fiber, of course, like that. Those are simple things I would do right there.
And what would fiber consist of?
Exactly.
What is fiber? Beans?
What kind of food is fiber?
That's what I'm asking. Yeah.
Exactly. It's a great question. Great question. Oatmeal, of course, is a great one there for you. Oatmeal. I don't know if you not the packaged oatmeal, not the packaged oatmeal, not the Quaker packaged oatmeal, not the instant stuff, not the instant one, of course.
We got 5 minutes.
Actually, what's it called, the wool cut steel kind.
Steel cut.
That's the best kind to go right there. Of course, you want a little bit of flavor in it. You can put like peaches in it, apples in it, something like that. A little bit of cinnamon, not a whole bunch of cinnamon. Maybe a little honey, possibly. Not all in one bowl here. I'm talking about, of course. This is individual bowls here, of course. That's one way to start off there, of course. Green leafy salads, of course, like that. I always like to do organic stuff. I always like to do organic. I like to do GMO-free stuff. I like to do GMO-free, of course. It's genetically modified. What else? Those are like the quick things I would do right now, of course, like that. I would increase my water, increase my fiber. That's
something
the main
you can
thing
do
like
right away.
Yeah,
Water, increase water.
Exactly. Sweet potatoes, of course. This is kind of more carbohydrates here. Sweet potatoes is a great thing to go with too, of course. Not a whole bunch of stuff on it. Not the tons of cinnamon on that. The whole sour cream on it. None of that stuff like that, of course, like that. We want to try to keep it as healthy as possible.
Those things I like.
And also too, I always like to say we always good to have a cheat day in there or a cheat meal in there. This is nothing that a lot of times people have the notion they to deprive themselves.
Yeah.
You don't have to deprive yourself.
Not give it all up.
Yeah, we're trying to give it all because you want to have some fun in life. And I know our taste buds, our palate's been trained to eat a certain way. So I can go further in depth with that, but we'd like to talk to you personally and all that. But you can look us up on Facebook, like I said before. And also Nicole has something here as well.
The simple things I would tell you is to eat simple. And then I would tell you to make sure your plate is colorful. If you can do those two things, that's a good first step.
And
So that's simple.
colorful is green.
So you want to have some things that are green, some things that are red, not artificial coloring, but have some strawberries, have some green beans. Make sure that your plate looks colorful. Everything's not the same color. That's why I usually tell people to start off.
All right, thank you.
Thanks
You're
for calling,
welcome.
Tamika.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right.
Yeah, what to eat now? We have 2 or 3 minutes. Anything burning that anybody want to say in those 2 or 3 minutes?
Why are you looking at me? I have a lot to say.
I want to give everybody a chance. I didn't want to hog the mic.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that because a I've been trying very hard to give my daughter more protein because she's always tired and she's a teenager.
Oh, okay.
And do you know that a lot of things like cereals that I thought had protein don't have it? You actually have to go after that word.
Yes.
And I'm like, what in the world?
Yeah.
So in the instant oatmeal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No. Yes. So then I gave her the regular oatmeal that has protein, and now she's like, well, this doesn't taste good.
Yeah.
So now we're doing a half of the packet and some more, and just kind of blending it in. But you think
great.
it's multi-grain and all these
'cause that's what they put
catchy
on there.
words, and it's scary.
You gotta be. You gotta be careful.
You have to be careful of being aware.
Being aware.
Be aware.
You gotta be aware.
The word you used when you came in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd just like to thank you all again for being here tonight.
Thank you.
It's wonderful. Short notice, other obligations and everything. I know everybody had something else they had to do, and y'all showed up here. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank
I
you.
Shirley,
really
for
do
having
appreciate
us.
it.
Absolutely. Thank
Remember, Fab Women is an organization that Shanna started, having meetings regularly every month, the second Friday of the month at Meadowbridge Country Club. The doc and the nurse practitioner have sessions or programs, and you go to that website.
Absolutely.
And you'll find out exactly what it's all about.
Absolutely.
And just contact us if you forget what we said. Contact us, and we'll give the information about the doc, nurse practitioner, and Shanna. I'd like to leave you with this. I was reading a book today, and it has quotes in it. It says, "He who cannot forgive others destroy the bridge over which he himself must pass."
Oh.
He who cannot forgive others destroys the bridge over which he himself must pass. Please tune in next week, and we hope you've enjoyed the show tonight. I certainly have enjoyed my guests.
Absolutely.
See y'all next time. Keep it real, y'all. Thank y'all for coming. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah, hope y'all have fun.
Oh yeah, great time.
It was scary.
No.
I used to think I had to have my own way, could do everything on my own, living my life like a one-woman play, feeling confused and alone. I held on tight to the life that I knew, till it wasn't the life I remember.